Hi, and welcome back to another episode of Budget Beauty. I am Lindsay Beatty, and I am doing some makeup as usual. So you guys know the drill here. I'm just doing a little quick look. I'm going to be on camera later for another project, so I wanted to do, since I have time, I literally have all the time in the world. I can today, so I felt like I could do a look. So we're gonna get started, and I think today, what we're gonna do is a pink look, hence the pink. We're gonna do a pink look, just because I feel like wearing some pink today. And you see, I have my pink gamer earrings. I am a gamer, very much a gamer. So I really like these earrings. I got them at Southeast Punk Flea Market when they came here to Columbia, and so I was like, oh, I love those earrings, and so I have worn them to death since I got them in the summertime. But they're very cool. They're super cool. So yeah, I'm thinking about doing a pink look. I'm also wearing, you can't really see it very well, but wearing a Street Fighter 2 t-shirt for Ryu. So yes, gaming. And coincidentally, the project that I'm getting ready to work on is for my gaming mag that I run on the side. So I wanted to get a little dressed up for camera, just because I'm going to be on camera. Okay, so starting out with this pink look, you know the drill. What do we always talk about? Primer, primer, primer. So I am trying to find this primer in here. Where did I stick it? I was trying to grab everything before I got started, and it's the one thing I left off. Primer. You know we going in with our Urban Decay. This is the Urban Decay eyeshadow primer potion. This is the regular. It's not the anti-aging one that you've seen me use quite a bit often recently. I use this one a lot. I use it to death. I used it in the first video that I made, which is now posted. I finally got everything going. So, I really like the original formula. I also like the anti-aging, but, I like the original formula a lot. It's a like a white base, so it's gonna brighten up my eyeshadow. Once this dries down, it will brighten up my eyeshadow. And I will do a video where I use the I Prep I Prime by Juvia's Place. I will be doing a video at some point using that. And I probably should have used it today because I have all the time in the world to let it dry. So, and I'm not in a big hurry. So, yeah, I'll do it when I have enough time again. I'll probably use it then. Because that's when it takes a minute for it to dry for me because I probably use too much. So, as I said before, I think I probably use a little bit too much. All right, so that's my right eye done. I always feel like I don't have it smoothed out enough, and I do, but I really don't feel like that. Let's get this corner down here filled out. Okay, so you see how that's on? Now it's completely over my eyelid, all the way up to the top arch. I'm not gonna, like, I don't block my brows like some people. I don't care about my eyebrows too much. I mean, I have very full, thick eyebrows, so trying to do that would be work. And yes, I would have to sit there and draw in new eyebrows, and I'm like, I don't want to do all that. I'm lazy. Budget beauty, I should be lazy beauty because I really don't want to do all that. So as I'm doing this, I was looking at buying some foundation for the first time in my life. I am looking at buying some foundation. So I've been researching foundation all night. When I went to bed last night, I was like, let me look at this foundation while I'm trying to fall asleep. So, I looked and I found my shade. I'm probably going to get Juvia's Place because I use their concealer. So I feel like if I use some stuff together, that might work a little bit better for me. I like brand synergy, so that's why I'm like, maybe that's gonna be a good thing if I get the same brand for my concealer and for my foundation. So I know what shade concealer I need, so I already have that, as you guys have seen. So I'm gonna look at foundation, and I was thinking about going this morning and doing some reconnaissance work, but I'll probably just wait till next week when I get paid and go do it. So I'm gonna use my finger to kind of spread this out a little bit because I did not put this on right. I feel like I didn't put this on right. I did, but it's kind of patchy here in that corner. And it, by the way, it's pretty much dry at this point. So I'm gonna add a little bit more and then kind of spread it out. Normally I try not to touch it with my finger. See, there's a big old patch right there. And I don't know what I'm doing and why I'm not getting this patch to work this morning. Because your girl would like to finish this quickly. At least this part of it quickly. Let's kind of blend that out with our finger. Which kind of is the problem here, because every time I feel like I fill it in, I then come along and try to blend it out, and we mess it up. Alright, let's try this one more time. Fill in that spot. Okay, I don't know what's going on this morning with me in this, but that is just not doing right. Like, it is just not doing right. Oh, I'm not sure why I'm having so much difficulty this morning getting this to work. Let's try again. Let's try from the side. Maybe trying from the side is better, because then I can swipe and blend at the same time. Yeah, that's much better. I don't know why we just didn't do this from the beginning, but here we are. Because we hard-headed, that's why. And we hard-headed and we stubborn. See, it's trying to patch itself out, and it shouldn't. I don't know what's going on there. So, yeah, I don't know what's going on there. I need something to, like, blend it, I guess. So what I'm going to do is take this brush and try to smooth it, I guess. That's a little bit better, but not much. Yeah, I don't know what's happening here. That's odd. I normally don't. You see, I didn't have that problem with this eye. It's just this one. I mean, it don't really matter because I'm going to cover it up anyway, but my problem is I want to have coverage. I don't want it to be patchy, and then in one spot you see I can get the stuff on, and in the other spot I can't get it. Like, I don't want it to be patchy for my eyeshadow when I put it on top. So yeah, that's kind of I don't know what's going on there, but it's there. It's done. It's done. It's done. So, all right, while we're waiting on that to completely dry, you know the drill. Under eye eyeliner. It's our best friend, ColourPop's liquid liner in the shade Numero Uno. I love ColourPop. It does not miss. Let's see if we can get this drawn on real quick. And I'm going to try not to use their black pencil stick, because I really want a thin line here. So as you can see, there's a very thin line. It's not moving or anything. It's actually just sitting there, so that's good. I just want a thin line. And if I use that pencil, the reason why I don't want to use that pencil, because if I use that pencil, it's going to make it thicker. And that is not what I want. I want a very thin line. All right. So that's done. Ooh, and for once, y'all notice, for once, I don't have to go in and do any cleanup. Ooh, getting better all the time. Eyes are dry, by the way. That's quick drying. So yes, this eye is dry. This one's dry also. I don't know. Like I say, I don't know what was going on there. It's been weird, but here we are. All right, so we could technically do our eyes now. And we will, as like I say, I like to do my eyes. I figured out the order that I like to do this in, especially if I'm using, if I'm going to do concealer, which I will, because you see I have some dark spots right now. I like to do my eyes first, do everything else first, and then do the face, because, and I can do my lips last, but I like to do my face after I do my eyes, because I'm touching my eyes. I gotta touch my face in order to do like this and do all this, and yeah, so it's just easier if I do my face last, and then do my lips, but do my eyes first. All right, so like I said, we're gonna do a pink look today, and what we're gonna do, we're gonna introduce this beauty right here. Okay, so check this out. This here is Danessa Myricks Color Fix Pastels. Okay, now I've used it a couple times. My first time was good. My second time was an experience. But that was me. I don't think it was Danessa Myricks stuff. She has great stuff. I'm always super impressed. And baby, at this channel, we celebrate Black artists. Okay. We celebrate Black artists, Black makeup artists, Black everything. So just in case you hadn't realized that yet, Black everything. So, because we Black, y'all. So I am always going to support my fellow sisters in makeup. Okay. And I followed Danessa Myricks for years, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to go try it. I'm going to finally do it. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. And so I finally did it. And I went to Sephora and I got some. I got it in the summer. And I've used it like a couple of times. So I kind of know what to expect here. A little bit goes a long way with this. So now that we got our base down, what I learned was, baby. Now, too, you see me use these tools. Get you one of these little round tip applicators. These are fantastic, especially when you don't want to constantly be using a brush. You don't want to have to sit there and clean brushes constantly. These work really well. Another budget idea. This is why we budget beauty. These were, I think, if I'm not mistaken, they were like $3 or $4 for a pack of, let me see, I got the thing over here. I bought these off of Amazon, 120 pieces. As you can see, I've used quite a few of them. But they are, not expensive at all. Not expensive at all. You can buy makeup tools like that and like, what do you call them? Mascara wands. You can buy those on Amazon cheap. They are not expensive, and you get a bunch of them. And you can use them in place of like your mascara wand. You just take out the mascara wand, dip it in there, and do it. So, those are really, really, really good. And because you want to worry about hygiene here. Because you will probably give yourself a sty, doing all that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this and spread it out. I put some on the thing so you see the pink on there. I put some on there and I'm going to spread it out with my finger. Yes, I know. If this were a client, absolutely not. We would not be doing this with our finger. I promise you, we would not be doing that. I would use disposable ones because, listen, too many people got to come through. If I were a makeup artist and I had clients and stuff, oh no, absolutely not. Hygiene is the most important thing here. And as you can see, I'm just gonna spread this on. And I I really wanted to do my my outline there, my crease, but I didn't. So here we are. And I think I was gonna use black for the cut crease, but I'm not gonna. Now, from what I've discovered, because I have this problem all the time with this color fix. This was the problem I ran into last time. As you can see, I have a little section right there that is not filled in. What I don't want to do is use too much. I don't want to overly put this on, because a little bit goes a long way. So let's fill that in. And I know Danessa would probably be like, girl, blend that out. Don't sit here and constantly put it on. That's why you got the problem you got. So, as you can see, I'm going to blend this in, or at least blend it out. I'm probably using the wrong brush. And I got a little bit of, let's do that. Because I feel like that shade is not. See, that was the smart thing to do. Because to fill in that section instead of trying to do how I was doing. Blend that baby out and up. Because what we're going to do is also cover this with a sparkly tint. Okay. Now for the other side. So see, now that pink's on there. We're going to come back and we're going to clean this up. I just want to get the other side done. I really just want to get the other side done. We're going to start with this problematic section of my eye this morning. I did not want to cooperate. And the thing is, I want to get this on here before it dries. Because once it dries down, like that other side's already almost dry. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to fill in with some sparkly eyeshadow. Some pink sparkle. Because I want to, this is a very matte pastel. So I want to add some sparkle to it, because I like sparkle in my eyeshadow. I like matte. I mean, matte does its job, and matte can do what you want it to do. But I do like using sparkles. Matte serve as a good base for me, and I'm sure for other people too. But I like using mattes as a base mostly. Look at that. Now see that other eye? Perfect. So, all right. Well, Miss Danessa, this worked out better this time. Like I said, I like it. I really do like it. It's just, it was, did not, the last time I just kept trying and it was not doing what I wanted it to do. And I kept going, but why won't you do what I want you to do? Yeah, that was aggravating, to say the least. And I was trying to hurry up because we were going somewhere, and I had on this pink dress, and oh, it was a mess. So I didn't want to take it off and start over. So, but yeah, that much better. And using the smart idea of using this brush to blend it out was a smart idea on my part. Okay, so we're going to clean this up. I mean, we're definitely cleaning this up. And I'm also going to use, because see, these things are double-ended and double-sided. So I'm going to use this other end, this one, the clean end, for my powder eyeshadow when I'm ready for that. So right now what we're going to do is clean up and add some define and add. So what I'm using here is ColourPop's cream gel liner, because baby, we got them in 50 different colors, in pink, pastel pink. This is called Amethyst High. Oh, I'm sorry, Amethyst Hour. We're going to use this to define and clean up. So bear with me, because this pink matches, and this gel cream liner is fantastic. And actually, it really doesn't match exactly. It kind of sort of matches, but that's fine, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut my crease with it, as you can see, and then fill it in. Fill in the sections where I feel like I need it filling in. And I'm going to probably come down here at the bottom and add some black. I'm going to definitely add some black. Like, I usually do that part first, but we're doing things a little backward this morning. But see how I did that with the top line and it's cleaned up? Yeah. I'm very proud of myself because your girl did that. So, and see, this is cleaning up that top part that was a little jagged, where I was trying to get it to blend up, and cut this crease. So I kind of knew the area that I wanted to do, because that's where I put my primer potion. So that kind of also gives me a guide of where I need to be. Now, these patchy parts that I feel are a little patchy, with this Color Fix, what we're going to do is fill in with the topper pink. And see? Filled in and nice. Filled in and nice. Okay. So, that's done. And actually, I don't know. Maybe I might. I don't know. I got to decide in the next 30 seconds, probably, what I want to do. But I like how I did that with the pink. Ooh, I like how that pink turned out. I've been doing makeup a long time, and I am still consistently amazed when I do a good job. I'm like, ooh, I did a good job. I always surprise myself. And it's because, I have confidence in myself, but at the same time, you always like to see yourself doing a good job. And you're like, oh, I did a good job. So we're going to take this black. Y'all know my best friend black here, Swerve, is the ColourPop, again, ColourPop gel cream liner in black. It is the color Swerve. So, I don't know, maybe instead of doing black, maybe we should do another color. We usually do black, but let's do another color. I'm thinking, we're going to change this on the fly as I'm doing this. Maybe we do another color. And instead of doing black, maybe we do silver. Or what if we did gold? What if we did gold? Let's try that. Let's see what happens if I do gold. Maybe this might turn out right. Maybe this might not. We'll see. Here goes nothing. So I'm going to go across this bottom line with gold. With a gold liner. I'm still going to fill in the patchiness where I feel it's patchy on the pink. I'm still going to fill that in with other pink. But, I can see it. I can see the gold. That's not terrible. It's all right. That's definitely all right. It's something. It's all right. It's fine. All right, to do the other side then. If I really, really thought that didn't look okay, I would probably just go over it with some black or something. But, nah, this looks fine, I guess. We'll see when we do them lashes what the overall effect's going to be. But, see, as you can see, I'm touching my face. That's why we didn't want to do face first. um, but yeah, I feel like that's okay. Huh. It's an interesting effect. Maybe if I did something different, maybe if I had liquid eyeliner, it might be different. But I do have some liquid eyeliner that's gold. It's the NYX Ultimate Glow Shots. Yeah, that looks fine, I guess. Uh, hmm. I mean, I because in this light I can't really see it all that great. It looks fine right now. So, okay. So, that's done. But now we're gonna go in and we're gonna fill in on top of that. And actually, I'm thinking about this. We're gonna see how this new eyeshadow. So this is the new eyeshadow I want to try that I just bought a couple of days ago. It's Nicka Blue Moon. I got it. I went to the hair store and I bought it. So we're gonna try it and see what this does as a topper. I mean, it could be terrible. It could be great. I heard this stuff actually isn't bad. For it to be from a hair store, it's actually not terrible. I've done some looks with the gold because I got one that's called Sunset Sangria, and I've done something with the gold in that, and it's been pretty good. I was impressed. I mean, I went into it with low expectations, but it actually wasn't terrible. So, all right, we're gonna use the shade. Use this shade right here. This one. I know you can. It's kind of blurry, but we're gonna use that one. I don't know what that one's called, but we're gonna use it. Yeah, there's a purple one in here that looks very close to pink, but I don't think I want to use that because it looks very purplish. Ooh, this might be too dark. Actually, I'm looking at this. This might be too dark. This pink. This is like a dusty rose, and I think it's gonna be too dark. I might have to go in with that pink. I didn't want to do that, but I think that's what I'm gonna have to do because I just talked all that noise about it, and I think this is gonna be too. I think that other one's gonna be too dark. All right, so I'm putting it on. It's going on. I mean, I don't know if y'all can see that. You probably can't because my lighting is a little weird here, but I feel like this is going on. It's picking up. The brush picked it up. I can pick it up. No problem. Now, as much as I love Juvia's Place, there is one I have run into this once where I could not pick up some eyeshadow, and it's in the Violets palette. It is the craziest thing. I could not pick up that eyeshadow to save my life, and it's not me. It's not me. It's the eyeshadow because other people have said, "Guy, I can't pick up the eyeshadow. What is going on, Juvia's Place? This is crazy." And it's that everybody is saying it is that one specific shade that I also had a problem with. So I was like, oh, okay, well, it's not me then. Yeah, this pink is matching perfectly. That's what I was thinking it was gonna do, was that it was gonna be too purple, but it's matching. So what we're gonna also do then, because it's doing this, I'm going to go in and add it's on, like, I mean, you really can't see it because my lighting is, you can't really see the reflection, but there is reflective eyeshadow there. So I know that. Now that I know that, I know that can't really be used as a topper because you're not going to be able to see it. I mean, you probably won't be able to see that at all. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my color stick It's the ColourPop Shadow Stick in the shade Juicy Gossip. And I'm going to use that. Yep, this is Juicy Gossip Metallic. I'm going to go over the top of this with that. And that will help. Yep. Yep. So that added some pink definition, definitely. So there's that. I'm trying not to touch my gold that I've already put down. If I have to, I could clean it up, I guess. Ooh, okay, that is super pretty. That is super pretty. This one is weird too. It shows up as a weird pink on me. So I know you guys can't really see this, but it is there. It is very much pink and very there to fill in the spots that I thought was patchy. And there we are. Like I say, with colors, with ColourPop, you ain't got to do but so much now. It is very much a little bit goes a long way. You can one swipe payoff. They were not lying. It is a one swipe payoff. Okay. And there we go. I mean, that gold's really not doing anything here, but yeah. Yeah. So we live and we learn. This is why we experiment. So I'm thinking, I don't know if I want to enhance that gold or not. And I'm trying to see if I've got another gold pencil that would help with that. I don't, not really. I have the multi-jumbo use. I have this, the highlighter. It's a highlighter, but it's a multi-stick. It's a jumbo multi-use face stick. And I use it as a highlighter because that's what it is. You can use it for, it's one of the uses. But I maybe could do it on my eyes, I guess, maybe. That is, I suspect I could do that. What I'm going to do is kind of blend this out a little bit too. I've been using these shadow sticks for a while now, and I was flabbergasted to realize that you could spread it out if you really wanted to. You're supposed to actually, you could technically blend them out. Matter of fact, ColourPop suggests that you do. So, yeah, I kind of screwed that up. As I suspected that pink is a little, that pink was going to be too dark, and then I got it all in the way. So, let's blend that out, get that out of there. Yeah, it's fine. I'm actually going to go back over that because I just messed that up kind of terribly. Okay. Yeah, I kind of fixed my mistake there. I kind of messed that up. Yeah, girl, kind of messed it up. Okay. So, that's fixed. Okay, so I might use this. I don't know. Huh. Because this gold is not showing up for me. So I'm going to see what this does as a thing here. I mean, I could use my shadow stick because that gold shadow stick does wonders. But maybe gold is just not meant to be used down here for my eye line. Maybe it's not. It shows up better with this highlighter stick, but not much better. So, what I don't want to have to do is take it off and start all over again. Yeah, it kind of shows up. Kind of. It's better. Now you can see it a little bit better on my eyes. Okay. What we might do also too, I think we will use this shadow stick and see what happens. This shadow stick, it's called Flex Metallic. It's the gold one. Y'all, hyper pigmented. Highly, highly, highly pigmented. Yeah, I can see that now. Okay. This is where the one swipe payoff is the thing to do here. Yes. That is yes. Okay. So yeah, that's showing up now. Okay. So, okay, you see I had to go over this like 50 times with a gold. Which I probably should just use the shadow stick from the beginning and been done with it. But I wanted to see how that was gonna work if I did it with gold. I was gonna use that stick because now this stick, this Ruby Kisses 24-hour eyeliner waterproof, is actually highly pigmented. It is. It's just with this purple on. I mean, not purple, but this pink on. It's not as highlighted as it should be. It's not as pigmented. It's losing its reflection tendencies there. Like I say, I also have. So I got this Ultimate Glow Shots by NYX in the shade Glitzy Guava, and it is. I'm pretty sure that's going to be highly reflective gold. I'm very excited to try that for something. I don't know when. Maybe when I wear some gold again. I will try it. I'm also going to use that highlighter in a minute again. So, all right. Now, we're going to do face. We're going to do face. All right. So, I'm going to use the e.l.f. Stay Cool Primer Stick. I used it in the last video. And I want to use it again. My experience with it in the last video, after having makeup on all day and everything, it was fine. It actually worked really well. It is a cooling sensation. I like it. Now, I'm going to tell y'all my makeup, the last time I used this, my face was shiny. I was like, "Ooh, girl." I was like, "Baby, you a little shiny today." But it was also the shade that I was using. So I'll put that stick on. I did. And then I'm going to rub this in with my fingers. I rub it in. Get that full coverage. Because we really want to cover this spot over here. We're going to put some up there. Put some up here. I know I didn't put any up there, but I got so much on with what I did put on. We're going to make sure we get it up here too underneath the eyes. I got so much on up underneath on all these other spots. I could take it and put it up here and not have to use the stick to put any up there. Okay. So, now, I do feel a little bit on my face. I can feel it a little bit. So, I don't know how often I would use this. I like the other primer that I have. Y'all know I love that hydrating face primer. That one, it literally feel like I got nothing on my skin. So, yeah. Before we do that, actually, before we do all of that, I am going to do my eyes. I'm going to finish doing my eyes because, ADHD. Hi, welcome. If you didn't know it by now, I have probable ADHD, because I'm all over the place this morning. But I'm going to do my eyes because, like I said, I still have to touch my face in order to do my eyes. So you know the drill here. This is the Essence Lash Primer. Lash Princess Lash Primer. Because what do we say? Primer, primer, primer. So, prime everything. If you got to put makeup somewhere, prime it before you do it. I mean, it's just a smart thing to do if you want your makeup to last. I mean, if you're just running around doing a test thing, maybe not, but most people don't do that. Most people are wearing makeup to wear makeup, and it's going to be worn for a long time. You're going to something, you're going to work, and you want your makeup to last several hours. So yeah, you want it to last. So put primer on. Don't be like me and learn the hard way. Where we didn't wear primer for years. I mean, literally, probably in the last year and a half, I've learned about primer. I promise y'all, I did not know about primer. Had no idea. None. And then learned. So we're coating our eyelashes. Get that done. It shows up better on the other eye. These are just my right eyelashes are short and stubby. Kind of. I mean, they can be long when I use this correctly. But yeah. The left side is much longer. Now what we want that to do, because there's a lash that is just sticking straight down. Okay, so you're supposed to let this dry a minute. And I do. If I'm in a hurry, I'm like, no, I got to do this. So, all right, so that's got to dry for a second. Now we could probably do, I still got to touch it, but I don't have to touch the bottom part. So we put our primer on for our face, and you know the drill. Juvia's Place concealer. Like I say, I'm going to get some of their foundation. I Am Magic Velvety foundation. This is in the shade J7, so we're going to use J7 this time. I am going to get some, and I'm going to try it because I want to use the same brand of products here. And I did look this up, and I was curious, so I know if I got the question, y'all might have the question too. Can you use concealer, or is it okay to use concealer without using foundation? The answer is yes. Some people, like myself, only use foundation, only use concealer, and don't use foundation. And that's fine. I mean, you could do it if that's what you want to do. There's nothing saying that you have to use foundation or that you have to use concealer. I use concealer because I have dark spots and I have hyperpigmentation under my eyes, so I did not put any on my forehead. So what we're going to do is we're going to use the excess up here and do it on the forehead. Because that's why I wanted to put that up there. I put a little bit right here in the center. I don't have a whole lot in the center between my eyebrows where it's a problem, but try to get this to the hairline without going over. Like your Price is Right. Going getting as close as possible without going over. I'm showing my age because I used to watch The Price is Right at my grandma's house when I would be home from school sick. I would go over to my grandma's so my grandma could watch me. Now my grandma my grandma has been dead for almost 30 years at this point. It will be 30 years next year. But when I was little, I used to go, and my grandma used to keep me when I wasn't in school and after school. And so my mom worked 2 jobs also. And so we would watch The Price is Right because my grandma was a massive Price is Right fan. And so um, grandma watched, so she had a specific order that she watched. She watched soap operas also. And this is important because my grandma was my introduction to soap operas. My grandma watched The Jeffersons. She watched, okay, so in Columbia on WLTX, which is one of the local stations, they would show in the afternoons, early morning, early afternoon, all of your CBS soaps. Okay. So she loved Young and the Restless. Uh, she watched a little bit of Days of Our Lives, but not a whole lot. She kept up with all of them, so she knew what was going on all of them. But she specifically watched certain ones. So she watched Young and the Restless, Bold and the Beautiful. I'm trying to think what else did she. General Hospital, of course. I'm trying to remember what she watched in that 2 hour. I want to say As the World Turns. We did watch a little bit As the World Turns. But grandmama was a Young and the Restless lady. Okay, she was a Victor Newman girly. So ooh, my girl loved her some Victor Newman. So she loved Victor Newman. So she would watch Young and the Restless religiously. So the order of the lineup of shows that would come on would be The Price is Right. I'm showing my age, so I remember this. The Price is Right, then Young and the Restless, then Bold and the Beautiful, and then she would switch to As the World Turns at 2 o'clock, because Bold and the Beautiful was 1:30 to 2. And then after As the World Turns went off, we immediately switched to General Hospital. We immediately switched to General Hospital. Absolutely not. We are not doing anything but watching General Hospital. So from three to 4, absolutely not. Nothing else went on in that house but General Hospital. So so I got into watching General Hospital. I also had a subscription to Soap Opera Digest. And so, see, now that's a nice beat. So that's what we did. That's how the order of things went. This was like this for decades, mind you. So by the time I came along, Granny Ma was already home. She was a homemaker anyway, but she was set in her ways. She was at the house, and you knew the routine. Don't come bother Grandmama while she watching her stories. Very Southern, very Southern, very black grandma. So quintessential Southern black grandma. So I got into watching General Hospital, fooling with my grandma. And so your girl, for years, I watched General Hospital. I would get out of school and walk home. And I probably lived walking distance. I had to walk like 20 minutes. Cause I could make that walk in 20 minutes. Driving distance, 5 minutes. So, but I had to walk home every day from like the middle of 7th grade until I graduated from high school, because I lived across the street from my high school. So, and down the street from my middle school. So, yeah, I used to make that walk. I get out of school at like 2:30, 2:35. Your girl made it home by 3 o'clock, and I would be walking in the door as the theme song was coming on. So, every day for like 2 years, probably 3 years too. I think we got out of school too late in high school, so that's why I couldn't do it. So anyway, what I also didn't mention in my last video, I was talking about my husband and I. My husband and I actually met in high school. We were friends in high school, and we were really good friends. And so then he went off to college. He's 2.5 years older than me. So he went off to college. He came back. He came back to Columbia first. And then, but we circled around each other in Spartanburg, because we were both living in Spartanburg at the time. And I was working at the local newspaper there, and he was doing his own thing. He was in school there, and then he got a job. But family, my in-laws are also from there, so he was there. So, but we didn't know that. So when we both moved back to Columbia, I found him again. I looked him up. I was at a friend's house. I looked him up in the thing, and I was like in the school directory, because they had a school directory for alumni. And I looked it up, and I was like, I found him. So we got to be friends again. Got back in touch, found him, and I was like, hey guy, I don't know if you remember me. He was like, of course I remember you. And I was like, okay, good. So I was married to someone else at the time. Like I said, I've been married before. I was married to somebody else, and then once we got a divorce, my now husband and I, my second husband and I, got together. We started dating, and the rest is history. Whew, COVID delayed our wedding, so there's that. But yeah, we've been married almost 4 years. So, we're planning to do something, and I'm going to do my makeup for that. That's going to be cool. We're going to do, for our 5th anniversary, we're going to do something special with some photos and try to have a special dinner, because 5 years, and we managed to make it through a pandemic and not die. So, we decided we're going to do something super special instead of having our long delayed reception. But I'm going to do my makeup for that and all of that. So, I'm looking forward to that. That's going to be a later video. All right, so now we're ready, because the stuff has dried on my eyes. As you can see, I've done the beat on my face. Ooh, the beat turned out nice. You can't really see anything. I think I did a great job on this beat. So we're ready for my mascara to finish that up, and then we're going to use some setting spray, and then we're finished. So here we go. All right, I'm going to put on this mascara. What I'm using is ColourPop's Level Up. You guys saw me use it in the first video. I like to return to it. I like to rotate my mascaras. I like all of them that I bought. Even the $32 Yves Saint Laurent that does absolutely nothing. I can get it to work sometimes, but most times I can use this drugstore makeup and it does exactly what I ask it to do, which is define my lashes and make them look nice. So I do rotate them, so that's why you see I used this in the first video, and now probably the 3rd or 4th video I'm back to it again. Ooh, I like how that turned out. You can see my lashes. You can see them. You see it. So, and then the gold doesn't look terrible. Huh. Okay. All right. So the gold worked there. That was touch and go there for a minute. As Nikki Tutorials, who I follow a lot for makeup, says, you got to trust the process. Girly, trust the process. Sometimes I don't trust the process. And I'm like, oh, I don't think this is going to work. But here we are. So, you guys can see, trying to do this and get these hit these individual lashes with all this primer I got on them. Now, I would have thought that it would have been harder to put this on with the primer on and dried instead of doing it while it was wet, but it's not hard to put this on. I mean, I can do it. I can get it on. So, all right. Eyeshadow, eyelash on. Everything on the eyes. Trying not to touch my lid too much too. Which is why y'all heard me say sometimes I get mascara on my lids, and sometimes I do, and I just did. But it's fine. It'll be alright. So see, look. Ooh. And that looks nice on both eyes. It looks like I got on false lashes. I don't. These are the old natural. They're the natural eyelashes. They look nice with a little bit of mascara on them. But yep. Okay. They look nice. Okay, so we're done with that. And gonna let that dry a minute. We're gonna do some lipstick too. So what I would like to do, I want to use the ColourPop pink. This is the Ultra ColourPop Ultra Matte Lip in the shade Flurries. I love it. It's actually very good. And I want to do kind of a dark color lip with this. So I'm almost out of this stick. This is really good. I really like this color, this brown color. It's dark and it shows up on my lips. So, but I'm almost out of it. Line my lips. And get that all the way around. And I know people who like to overline, but I don't need to overline, I don't think. Baby, I got big lips. Like, I got big lips. You don't need to see, I don't need to make them any bigger. Baby, I don't have thin lips at all. So, yeah. But yes. So we're going to go ahead and put this on. And get it down there. And here. Excellent coverage. Y'all saw me try to read before. Excellent coverage. And we're done. Pink is on. Okay. Yep. We got her done. I did kind of go over the boundaries of my lip liner, but it's fine. It's fine. You can always correct. Okay. Perfect. I corrected it. Added some definition back. And see? Big old lips. I do not need to overline. Your girl don't need to overline. I never have. I have always had very large, full lips. Like always. I have always had large, full lips. Okay. And we're done. That, my friends, is the completed look. So we're going to put this setting spray on. Don't need a whole ton. This is why my skin looked shiny the other day. It was really the setting spray that did it. It was the setting spray. So when I went in the bathroom, I was like, oh, let me look at this again. My little fan too, by the way, y'all. Dry this real quick. It's supposed to give you a matte look, because I don't really want a dewy look when I'm using all matte products. So, because they make a dewy for this setting spray, for this NYX setting spray. But, yeah, I kind of, patted my face down a little bit to do a little bit of shine control. Because your girl was, I was shiny. And I was like, NYX, this shouldn't be shiny. And it was shiny like that hours after. It was when I did the look the other day. With the black. I was like, why are we so shiny? This doesn't make sense to me. I'm using all matte. So it's the setting spray. I'm sure if I use translucent setting powder, it would probably be fine. I would not be as shiny and plasticky looking. Because that to me is what it reminded me of. It looked like I had plastic skin. And I'm like, ooh, my skin is a little plastic. Hey there, Barbie. You want to go for a ride? Like, it was like that. It was like, whew, I was Aqua Barbie plastic there for a second. So, all right, this pink look is completed, ladies and gentlemen. Done. So I really like how this turned out. Minus the mishap with the the paint there and the not trusting the process on that gold. I mean, the gold looks okay. It looks okay. You can see it under my lashes because now my lashes are kind of, so they're kind of covering up that gold. But in normal lighting, you probably could see it a lot better. Probably in high definition lighting. So that, ladies and gentlemen, concludes this video. I want to thank you for watching, and I want you to come back and see more of my looks and see a little bit more of what I aim to do with Budget Beauty. I appreciate the love and support. Many of you have already said, after I've told you I'm fixing to get started for real, y'all are like, oh, let me know, send me the link. Well, here we are. I want to thank you for watching, and come back and see more of my looks later. Peace.